What's up, it's Project Friends. In this video, we're going to be taking a look at the rarest pets from every element. That's right, guys, the rarest pet from every element. And we're going to be checking out their stats and seeing how well they would compete in the arena and such things like that. So let's go ahead and get into the first element. Alright guys, so the first element is going to be the fire element, guys, and I think you guys might know what this one is. It's a pretty obvious one. I think it's probably one of the most well-known and hardest to get pets in Prodigy. But I think you guys know what this is. Take a guess, and I'll tell you. Drum roll, please. If you guessed it was the Ember Shed, then you are right, guys. The Ember Shed is going to be the rarest fire pet. It is extremely hard to obtain, but at the same time, if you put forth the dedication and hard work, then it will work. So let's go ahead and check out its stats. Its stats are pretty good, but it barely has any hearts, guys. I mean, if you're looking for health, then I don't think this is a pet for you. But if you're looking for power and things that can really give some hits, then yeah. As you can see, the Ember Shed, much more power than hearts, but this pet is very useful in the arena, actually. I use it quite often, especially level 100. It's amazing. Even when it's at the disadvantage, it can still do 3,000 damage. So if you're going up against a Stampede, you can still take that Stampede out in 3 hits. Let's go ahead and review this pet more in depth. Alrighty guys, here we are battling a Tinyger, and apparently I forgot to put my Ember Shed out first, so I'm going to go ahead and switch into that. With this 8,000 health, Tinyger is going to do what? He's going to miss, so it doesn't really matter, guys. But as you can see, let's check out its spells. Volcannon, Wildfire, the typical fire spells. But then Torrent and Unlimited Power, which is good because you're going to need Unlimited Power when you are facing up against water pets. And it has Torrent to take out fire pets such as this Tinyger. And as you can see, with its water spell, it can do about, let's see how much it can do. It can do 4,911 damage. So on the upper hand of 4,000, nearing 5,000, and it can take out this Tinyger, which has 8,700 health in 2 hits. Its fire spell against another fire spell, fire element pet, is still going to be pretty good. I think it should be able to defeat this Tinyger with this spell. And, just barely 3,269 damage. So it's still going to do 3,000 damage against another fire pet. But, guys, that is the Ember Shed. Out of 10, I would give this pet a strong 8.5 out of 10, guys. This is a very good pet. I would highly recommend getting it. I did make a tutorial on how to get it. That video link will be in the description below. Be sure to check that out. But let's go ahead and get into the next element. Okay, guys, here we are in the storm. Here we are in the storm element, guys. This is going to be the next element, guys. So the storm element. What pet could be the rarest in this? There are a lot of rare storm pets, and I mean a ton. But which one crowns the king in all rareness? So, guys, the rarest pet of the storm element is going to be the Evolutus, aka the Prodraxis. The Prodaxis is going to be a pretty good pet, and as you can see, I have it up front here. Let's take a look at its stats. So the Prodaxis is going to be a pretty good pet. I would highly recommend it. I would highly recommend it. It is much similar to the Ember Shed in the arena. Very useful. Let's check out its stats. So its stats are going to be a little more power than hearts. Not quite 50-50, just a little more. But this amount of hearts means that it can still give some hits, but it can also take some. Also, if you don't have a membership and you can't get a Prodaxis, you can get a Evolutus. I did make a video on how to get that. That video link will be in the description as well. But let's take a look at how much health it has. At level 100, it has 10,400 health, which is good, and its spells are Eon Cannon, Unlimited Power, Torrent, and Volcannon. So let's go into a more in-depth explanation of this pet. Alrighty, guys, as you can see, I'm here battling 2 Hobbs. Now, the Prodaxis is going to be, as I said, a fairly good pet. Eon Cannon, its storm spells against other storm pets aren't going to be spectacular. They're not going to be doing a ton of damage, but they will be doing some. Yeah, as you can see, 2800 against another storm pet. But let's check it out in a element that it is strong against. Alrighty guys, here we are battling an Equester. So as you can see, let's see, we're battling against a water pet. Let's see how much damage this Predaxis can do to a water pet. So this Predaxis is going to do 4,158 damage, which is quite a bit, considering that it has 10,400 hearts. But again, guys, this is the rarest pet, not the best pet. But let's go ahead and get in. Also, one more thing. This is also a good pet because it has Eon Cannon, Torrent, and Ball Cannon. 3 element spells. 3 means it's good against water, means it's good against fire, and that means it's good against ice, which it is weak to, and against plant pets. So let's go ahead and get into the next element. Alright guys, so the rarest pet in the water element, as you can see, we are in Shipwreck Shore, so this is obviously going to be the water element, and the rarest pet in the water element is going to be the Celestial. I'm not sure if I pronounced that right, and it's so rare, not even I have it. I have rescued it once or twice, but it is so rare, guys. This can only be found in the Academy archives. As you can see, Celestate, I'm not sure how you pronounce it. Its stats are going to suck. It is a terrible pet. I would not recommend getting this. It is pretty bad as a pet. It barely has any power. It's pretty much all hearts, and I would definitely not recommend getting this, but it is pretty rare, and this is a video about rare pets, not the best. So, there you go. Rarest water pet is going to go to the Celestial. Celestate, I'm still not sure how to pronounce it, guys. Forgive me. But let's go ahead and get right into the next element. Okay, guys, so for the plant element pet, this is usually, plant pets are pretty easy to find, but this one is super hard to find, guys. This one and the next pet I will not have because these are so rare. I haven't even attempted to try these sometimes. And the next, for the plant element, the rarest pet award is going to go to the Ivory Truckle, guys. It is going to be a plant. I have only rescued one of these in my time of Prodigy. An Ivory Truckle, even Prodigy says it's rare. This can be found in Shipwreck Shore by continuously batting Truckles and Chip Chops, and I think you can find it in Firefly Forest by going to where the boss is and battling Truckles there, but I'm not sure. I don't even remember how I caught this one, but guys, let's check out its stats. It's going to be a little more hearts than power, not quite split down the middle, so its stats aren't going to be too crazy, but it is still one of the rarest pets in the game, and let's get into the next element. Here we are, guys, in our last element of the video, and it is going to be the ice element. So the rarest pet for the ice element is going to go to the Ivory Truckle, guys. Excuse me, the Ivory Trip Trop, excuse me there. The Ivory Trip Trop is going to be extremely rare, pretty much close to the Ivory Truckle. This is an ice element pet, though. I know what you're thinking. Well, it's a Trip Trop. How is it ice element? Ivory Trip Trop. As you can see, it doesn't have a green background, so it's ice. I have rescued one of these in my time of playing Prodigy, and I don't know why I ever let this thing go, because it is so rare. This can be obtained by repeatedly battling Trip Trops in Shipwreck Shore. So as you can see, it is going to have a lot more power than hearts, but it's a Trip Trop, so it's not going to be great. This does not have any evolution. There is no Ivory Clip Clop, but this is a very rare pet, guys. And that is going to be it for this video. So to recap, at the fire element, we had Embershed. At the storm element, we had Predaxis or Evolutus. And at the third element, for, what was it? Oh, what was the third element, guys? I'm totally fine. The water element, guys, we had Celestial, and at the plant element, we had Ivory Truckle, and then at the ice element, which is the last one, we had the ivory trip trop, guys. Thank you for watching. Please drop a like, subscribe, and comment if you enjoyed this video, and I'll catch you on the flip flop.